The FEP film in the resin tank on my printer is having distortions and needs replacing. Replacement is pretty easy, just make sure to give your resin tank a thorough cleaning first with IPA to remove any resin. Start by removing the 4 feet from the bottom of the tank. A small hex drive is required for this. Then using a slightly smaller hex drive you can remove the 14 bolts around the perimeter. The bottom frame holding the FEP film should then be able to be removed. Flip it over and you can then access the 18 smaller bolts holding the 2 parts of the frame together. Yes, it is again a slightly smaller hex drive required for this. Once undone, you can remove the old film. Take your new film and remove the protective cover from both sides. When placing it in the frame for fitting, it is good to place some support underneath to keep it level. A few pieces of photo paper work well. Place the top half of the frame on and then start putting the bolts back in. You need to gently push them through the film. Do the corners first to hold the film evenly in place, then work around putting all the bolts in and making sure they are tight. At this stage the film itself is not really tight, but it will be once stretched over the resin tank. Use a sharp knife and trim off the excess film around the frame. Then flip the frame over and start bolting back into the tank. Again, I like to work from the corners first, securing it in place. Don't start tightening to stretch the film until all the bolts are in. And work around a few times, gradually tightening until all are firm and none are loose. Lastly, put the 4 feet back on the bottom of the tank. Your tank should then have a nice fresh film in place that is tight like a drum and should not leak. The last thing you need to do on the Mars 5 is to reset the FEP counter. In the maintenance menu, perform the self-test. When finished, you should see the counter at the top. Press this and then select to reset the counter. If I am not getting issues in print, I will reset without replacing the film. The one just replaced was at almost 120,000 uses. A quick test and 6 short hours later, 2 new perfect prints are done.